and welcome to BonBonB Plays Transport Fever. I'm BonBonB. You are very, very welcome. And I figured during the break in what maps, while I try and find time to get my new business up and running, I'd provide you with something a little bit more City Skyline-esque rather than all the stranded deep paddling between islands and trying to survive. It's as much fun as that is. Transport Fever is a little bit more City Skylines-esque in as much as you can see, we've got a big building environment on what we have to do rather than zone areas and beautify them. Although there is some beautification in this game, we have to provide the transport requirements. And it's actually really good. And once you get down to ground level, it is possibly, oh, don't hit me on this one, possibly better looking than City Skylines. Right, well, first of all, let's switch the town names on here. Oh, we don't want all of those on. There we go. Look, there you go. Town names. So in the near ground, we've got Winchcombe, and then Gumpster, and Malden, and Featherstone, and then a little bit further up, you've got Wymondham. Whoa, yeah, I'll have to look that one up, I think. Eastwood, and Lydd, or Lyde. Driffield and Whittam. I know people in Driffield. Not that one though, because that's just a fictional little place down here. Sedbergh, Blackburn, Pickering, and Bradford upon Avon. Is that two Bradfords? Did we have another Bradford up here? Am I going nuts? I am going nuts, aren't I? There is no Blackburn. There you go. See, easy mistake to make when you're an idiot like me. Okay, now, what I would normally do on a map like this to start making money, because we are beginning of 1900 here, there is an early start in 1850 where you're relying on carts and whatever, and it's so difficult to make any sort of money back then. So what we've done is we've jumped to 1900. We've got 9 million in the bank, which is plenty, I promise you. I hope. What we're going to do, rather than build a passenger line, because that's, like I say, one of the easy ways to make a lot of money. Find two towns fairly close together on fairly flat ground. So let's pull up the terrain tool there. So what I would probably do, if it were me, I would probably stick a passenger line down this valley between Blackburn and Sedbergh, and basically just capitalise on that and get some money rolling in from there. This particular map, this was actually a random generated map. I think it was MZ7 as the random seed. Completely random. I left it completely up to the game, what I got stuck with. It's quite hilly. And I did leave the settings to medium. So it wasn't going to be a flat map full stop, but it does add some challenge for trains. But then what would follow then was I'd probably extend the line from there to Sedbergh to Driffield to boom. Yeah, I've been up 5 minutes and my voice is not activated just yet. But yeah, we have Driffield there, and that's how I would start. But what I have noticed, let's come off of that. If I switch the industries on. Other than providing passenger lines, we have things like, it's come down to this level. There you go. What we have here, this here, Dodger's pretty close up, didn't I? Look at that. It's an iron ore mine. Now, each town, we'll come over to Lydd here. Lied. Each town has different requirements. First of all, transportation requirement for the population. They want to, obviously, as high as that as possible would be great. Shopping facilities for tools, for food, and for goods. Fairly randomly named thing is goods. It's pretty much everything. And then you've got construction materials, machines, and fuel for jobs. Now, it's our job to help provide those by giving them superb networks. Now, we've got a sawmill here. Now, what that does is it turns timber into, obviously, planks, etc., which is great. But to get them working, we need to come over the river here. We've got here Oh, that's a sawmill. Oh, sorry. We're looking for a forest. Oh, somewhere. There. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Is that one? There she goes. Whittam Forest. So we need to provide transport links to get the forest, the wood, all the way up there. All the way up here, you see. And then that would give us planks, which you would then send to somewhere that needs planks, and then they'll turn planks into like goods, etc. Got it? Got the idea? Good. I'm glad you do, because I'm lost. This corner of the map is very interesting, though. First of all, this is a bit of a hill. It's a little bit of a climb up here. And trains don't like climbs. But I think it's doable. Just. If we angle the line, we might be able to do it. Get up that hill. Right, let's get rid of that. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is halfway up this hill, we have got an oil well. Right, got that? At the bottom of the hill, we've got a refinery. So, especially coming down the hill like that, the train is going to get up a lot of speed down to this refinery, and so we will be producing. We'll be producing these things. My brain's not working. Oil, that's right, oil and fuel, which would be great. But also, up the hill, we've got another refinery. So what we could plausibly do is have a freight train running up and down the hill. We'll build a bridge over to Featherstone. We'll have a station up here at Eastwood. Let's have a quick look at the RCI. Now it's something very similar to Skylines, the RCI, which is green is residential, blue is commercial, and so forth. I reckon definitely we could do that there. Let's first things first. If we're going to be building a station at Eastwood, I'm going to expand on their roads a little bit. So we'll do one of those, and we're going to connect that to there, and we'll let the game expand and build in that last little bit of road there. I'm happy with that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to build a freight station. There she goes. Let's or station is what we want. That's better. There's your freight station. And what we'll do is we're going to rotate that a little bit too much there. There. And if I just rotate it a little bit more, so we can hopefully get around the back of those houses. Hopefully that's enough for us to get around the back of the houses. Oh yes, that worked really well. I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll provide a hub here, a truck station. I'm going to put a big one in. Let's start with a big one. Everybody likes a big one, don't they? I say that. Strange, you put that in, and I think what I'll do is I'll build it a little bit in then, say about there, and then we'll connect it up. That's going to be cheaper than actually connecting it direct to the road, I reckon. Yes, for some reason that was cheaper. But that does, hopefully, yeah, that's going to connect up. Yeah, that connects up fine. Okay, right. So that's a good start. We will also, while we're here, might as well build a depot. And let's buy some road vehicles while we're here. Now, we're still early on in the game, and we are going to be relying on horse and cart, just for the starters. So freight, yeah, horse and cart, that carries capacity of 5, or that carries 6. Ooh, is there any reason why I would... And it's faster. Well, there you go. We'll have that one. Yeah, I think this is slightly mechanised as well, which is good. Well, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And then what we'll want to do is we're going to want to get the freight into the middle of the town, which is in this area here. I think we're going to have to knock down a couple of buildings to be able to do so. Ooh, where are we going to put this this depot? Yes, I think here. If we demolish these buildings there, first of all, we'll grab this medium road. I think we're going to have to demolish 2 of them. No, we'll put that right in the middle. There. Okay, and now we'll build a depot. Not a depot, a truck station. Do we want a big one? Might as well put a big one in. We're probably going to need a big one eventually, I reckon. Right, so that has a catchment area of... Have we got all of the... Yeah, we have. We've captured pretty much now with that all... Have we got everything? Yeah, I think so. I think we've just about done a good job there. Right, brilliant. All the industrial and commercial has been captured. Now down here we need to build a second station, one which will connect here. So what we'll do is we will grab the train, a freight station, about there. So this isn't a very long trip at all. That is fine. I think we can go with that. Right, brilliant. And now the next step, we've got to think carefully, because not so much going down the hill, but coming back up the hill, these trains are gonna struggle. Let's build a station down here for the use here. Spin that around. That's fairly flat. Wiggle it back a little bit. Yeah, I think move it as close as we can before it clips. Oh, I probably would have liked that. What have I done? Oh no. Can we delete that and then move it out just a smidgy bit? Where's my bulldoze spot? Right, I'm just going to move that, rebuild it, but just a little bit further out so we can get a second line in when the time requires it. Okay. Hopefully that connects. Hopefully that connects. Oh, I'm not sure we do. I'm not sure we do. It's very hard to tell with the okay, what I'm going to do just to be sure, let's demolish that and we'll build the road directly now. Now it does. Oh, that was a bit of a... I nearly blew that, you know. I nearly blew it. Right, so now over at Featherstone We are also going to want most of the commercials in the centre area here. So what we'll do is we will build the station right on the end there. Boom. A boom. Right, so we're demolishing one building there, and we are going to build here my brain's not working. A truck station. Oh yes, another one. It's a bit early, but we'll do that. And we're probably going to need a second one up in this area here. So once again, demolishing buildings. Don't really want to, but we've got a way of demolishing just the one that time. And we'll connect this one in there. Right, so we've got truck stops going on there. We're going to want a depot. I can't see, there's nowhere obvious, so what I'll do, it doesn't actually have to be quite so close, so what we'll do is we'll extend this road out here just a little bit to allow us to plop in a depot. That would do it. There's the depot, and we'll spin you around, hopefully. Oopsie, didn't mean to hit bulldoze. We'll try that again. There's a bus, there's a road depot, and we will spin it around. And we'll pop you there. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to buy some road vehicles, and the same one I would suggest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Right, we're not setting up any lines just yet. Now what we need to do is connect up these rail lines. First of all, let's start with building the bridge. Building bridges. Boom. So first rail bridge. That's nice, isn't it? Look at that, you see? That'll do it. That will definitely get across the river. Right, and now we will extend this one up. I think about there. That looks pretty much in line. And then if we now connect these two up. Too much slope. Don't you give me that, you rotter. No, we're going to come the other way. Sometimes the building mechanics is a little bit tetchy, but I think we've made it. That would do it. Now, this is the tough bit. Let's switch on the... Get rid of that. We don't want that. We don't need that. Let's pull on the gradients. Bring her up the hill. Actually, before we go there, where's this line coming from? It's coming from there. So yes, we do want to be going that kind of route. Might need a cutting. Might be an expensive old line, this, you know. But I'm pretty sure it will pay for itself in no time. I hope so, anyway. Right, we will now hopefully connect these two. Let's get across there. We could build a bridge, but we're not going to. We can demolish that later and connect it up. Right. Tra-la! We now have operations. We're going to need a train. That's what we're going to need. We can extend this line up in a minute. We don't need to go quite that far up yet. But we're going to need a train, which means we're going to require a train depot. I reckon we'll just put it set back a little bit. How about there? And what we'll do is we'll connect you to this particular line. And we'll do a little connection across here. Too much curvature? That could be that rubbish. Oh, well, that's not connected at all. That was very sloppy. I'll try that again. No. That's what we're after. And that connects up nice. Okay, brilliant. Let's buy a train. This is where the fun begins, guys, of buying a train. Now we want one with a lot of pulling power. Now this one here doesn't have that much, does it? Because it's got a power of 90 kilowatts and an tractive effort of 20 newtons. 160 and 60, 290 and 65, 450 and 75. Well, we've got to go for the big one, haven't we? Because we do know it's a bit of a climb there. We don't want to hold back. We don't want to be skimping out here, you know. And then what we need is, they're a bit puny, but we'll get some tank wagons. And we'll just put a load on here, bringing us up to 116 meters long. That would do it. Okay, now we're going to set a line, our first line, and a new line. Okay, and we're going to call this, for now, the fuel line. We could rename it later. And it's going to have a number of different stops. Yeah? First of all, it's going to stop at the oil refinery, which is down here. Yep, Featherstone West Oil Refinery. Then it's going to come up here and go here. And then it might as well stop up here. And then it's going to want to go... Oh, crikey. I'm trying to think this one up. Goes down, collects crude oil. Comes up to this, drops off the crude oil. Picks up, hopefully, fresh fuel. Comes down to here. I think at that point, it needs to... Hang on. That's not right, is it? Let's ignore that for the minute. This is where the crude oil is. So I've completely ballsed that up already, haven't I? Do you think? The fuel line. Okay. So we're going to start with adding a station. There. Crude oil. That's more like. Down to the refinery. That's more like it. Drop off your oil there. Come right the way back. Oh, we can stop off at the refinery, pick up some more. Assuming there's some ready. No need to stop off here at the drilling station. We could drop off any remaining fuel that we're carrying back at this town, and then loop and rinse and return and whatever. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, that is good. I'm now going to start that off. Let's start the old ticker timer. Here's our first train. Let's get rid of the contours. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. That's good. Right, now, what we need to do now, though, is we need to just quickly come over here, set line to all for these, and this is a new line, and this is the... what town are we? Anybody remember? No, I don't remember. Right, let's come back to... It should be telling us. Oh, Eastwood. Of course it's Eastwood. I knew that. Right, set line all. And this is going to be called New Line 2. Yeah. And this is East Cargo. There, East Cargo. And we're going to add... Started at that one. Going to that one. Finished. That's all you need to do, guys. And they're off now. They're doing their thing. Right, now, this train's going to do its cycle. There won't be any fuel here for them to collect just yet. But they are now producing. Production of 24 there. That's going to be nice and busy. Down here at Featherstone, we're going to do the same. We're going to come down to our depot, which is here. And we're going to set line to all. We're going to take that line 1, which is basically doing nothing, correct? What? What? Lines. Line 1. That's the one. Right, we're going to rename it to Featherstone, or Feather Cargo. Brilliant. And we'll go from there to there. Right. Basically, I think we are now in operation. These little fellas going off to collect the cargo from the stations. And somewhere up here, we can get rid of those now, can't we? Yeah, I think so. Here comes our train through the cutting. Down the hill. Woo woo! Oh, I'm so childish. I've got to look, that one. I've got to say, I do love it though. It's a train set for big boys, isn't it? Right. So while that's going on its merry way down the hill to do our first fuel jaunt, let's have a quick check on production levels here. Already up to 52. This is good news. And we already have oil on the platform, waiting for the train to come back up the hill. And the train's down here. It's putting its full cycle. It's going to stop here. Once again, nothing to collect here just yet. And it's going to go all the way down here into Featherstone Station. See, the best news of this is now we've got this line set up here, we can extend this track around and up. We don't want to do it just yet. Up to our friend here, which is Winchcombe. But on top of that, we could possibly put in passenger lines as well at Eastwood and at Featherstone. We could. We're not going to do it today because, you know, we've pretty much used up our half hour already. Trying to keep these episodes to half an hour. But let's going to up the speed on this. So this train here is now going at super speed. Just really would like to see our first income today. So we've spent, what, 4 million setting this lot up. 4 million. Goodness me. That's a large chunk of hunker. Up the hill. Woo-woo! Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. Through the cutting. Now, if you've got a name for this train, just stick it in the comments below. Because we can rename her. The BonBon Express or something, you know. Whatever you think. Now here, how much we got on the platform here? We are up to 26 on the platform. And the train can carry 75. So that's good. Train handled that hill really easy actually, mind you, we were going high speed. Right, we're now coming back down. We will now pick up some of this fuel. 31 on the platform. There she goes. And we'll make our first drop. We will get payment for this. This is not going to be dropping any fuel off to Featherstone because this is just coming down to the oil refinery. So let's see, what do we get paid? And we'll drop it down to standard pace for this one. We don't want to miss it. Did we switch that on? We did. So we will actually see the payment. Here we go. You ready? You ready? Excited by this? Are you ready? Our first payment we have done in the first half hour of the game is 236,000. That's a really good start, because if you think about that, we spent 4 million setting it up in our first run. We haven't even delivered any fuel to Featherstone yet. In our first run, we've got nearly $250,000 of that. So that's what, 1/12 of our investment back. Here, production is at 100 now. Now, if production stays at maximum for a few months, then this oil well will expand, and it'll start filling up the rest of this plot, and it'll produce a lot more than the maximum 100 that it's already on, which is cool. Have we got? Yeah, we've even got our first fuel and oil there. Come on, step it up. Let's see that get delivered to the top of the hill. Do you reckon? Do you reckon? I reckon we can do this. Right, that's up to 6 already. What's the production here? So production's at 28, up to 30. Already growing. This is amazing. Quick, quick, quick. Pick this lot up. So there's 10 there. We'll drop this 10 off at the top. Oh, it's only taken some of them. This is obviously fuel that's destined for Featherstone. When we go up the hill to Eastwood again, and we'll see how much we get paid for this little lot. And then we will save the game and prepare to come back. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll do another Stranded Deep. But the day after we'll do another Transport Fever. And we'll just alternate between the two. So if you don't like a Stranded Deep, don't worry, I won't make you watch it. 35 already in that one, 36. So this guy is only carrying 10 fuel, and he will drop off here, this 10 fuel, and it will appear suddenly in this depot over here. Are you watching? Right, you're watching, here he goes. So we get paid for that 70,000. It's not bad. And now see, it's all coming over here because it all directly links. That's close enough to the railway station, so it links. Now this guy here will collect these, and he'll deliver them over to where the RCI needs them, over here. And we'll get paid for that as well. You know, it's all encompassing. There you go, he's taken all of them. He's got all of the buggers. And he'll deliver them over there, and then that'll be the full cycle complete. Shall we follow him? Because, you know, we might as well, we're here. Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Where is he? Don't disappear, buddy. There he is. He's coming down the back straight. He's coming down the... Oh, he's nearly there. He is nearly there. We'll slow him down as he drops this off. We'll drop off your load. And we got paid 2,000, which is approximately last amount. But there, that's a full cycle. That's everything. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I appreciate you more than you can ever know. Really do. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for Stranded Deep and Transport Fever the day after. See you soon, take care and have a great day. Bye now.